Tokenization, how you could own OpenAI, SpaceX, and the future of investing. Welcome back to Mindful Money and Meals. I'm Felix, and today I'm taking you into one of the biggest transformations in financial history, something that could change who gets rich and who gets left behind. A decade ago, crypto shook the foundations of money. 5 years ago, AI began rewriting the rules of work. But today, we're entering a new era, a revolution happening quietly in the background of global finance. It's called tokenization, and it could allow ordinary people to invest in companies like OpenAI, SpaceX, Stripe, Neuralink, Databricks. Even exotic assets like fine art, prime real estate, farmland, and gold stored in Swiss vaults. Right now, 99% of people on Earth cannot touch these assets. They are locked behind velvet ropes, accessible only to venture capital funds, billionaires, and insiders. Tokenization threatens to change that forever. BlackRock CEO Larry Fink, the most powerful man in global finance, called tokenization the next generation for markets. When BlackRock speaks, the world listens. When JPMorgan, Goldman Sachs, UBS, and HSBC start building tokenization platforms, something big is coming. Today, we break it all down. What tokenization really is, why governments and banks are racing into it, how you could one day own part of OpenAI or SpaceX, the dark side nobody is talking about, and how this will reshape investing for the next 50 years. Felix Exposé begins now. If you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. Section 1. What tokenization actually is. Let's strip away the jargon and explain this simply. Tokenization means turning ownership of a real-world asset into a digital token on a blockchain. That token is verifiable, traceable, divisible, instantly transferable, and most importantly, it represents real ownership. Imagine owning 0.0004% of a skyscraper, or £5 worth of a Picasso painting, or 10 pounds of SpaceX, not through a middleman, not through a complicated fund, not through a paper certificate from 1974, but through a digital token instantly tradable on a global marketplace. The key superpower is fractional ownership. A single SpaceX share might someday be worth tens of thousands. A building in London might cost £40 million. A gold bar is over £2,000. Tokenization breaks these assets into pieces anyone can buy. Think of it like buying Bitcoin. You don't need a whole coin. You can buy £1 worth. Tokenization brings that logic to every financial asset on Earth. This is why governments, banks, and companies are racing to adopt it. Section 2. Tokenization could let you invest in OpenAI or SpaceX. Let's talk about the dream, the reason this topic has exploded. Everyone wishes they could have invested early in Amazon, Apple, Tesla, Nvidia, Bitcoin. These companies created millionaires out of taxi drivers, bartenders, students, and retirees. But the next generation of giants, OpenAI, SpaceX, Neuralink, Anthropic, are private. You cannot buy their shares on any public stock exchange. Even wealthy investors can't get in unless they're connected. Tokenization changes that. Here's how. 1. A private company creates digital security tokens. 2. Each token represents a fraction of the company's equity. 3. Anyone can buy a token, even for £5 or £10. 4. The blockchain records ownership instantly. 5. Tokens can be traded 24/7, no stock exchange needed. Imagine this future. You open an investing app on your phone. You search OpenAI. And instead of being told private company, not tradable, you see buy £1, £5, £10 or more, tokenized shares. With a single click, you become a micro-owner of one of the most revolutionary companies in history. This is why tokenization is being called the greatest democratization of investing since the invention of the stock market itself. Because wealth today is created before companies go public. But tokenization could open that pre-IPO world to everyone. Section 3. Why big banks are going all in. Let's be clear. Tokenization is not a crypto trend. It's a Wall Street mega project. These institutions are already deep into tokenization. BlackRock, JPMorgan, Goldman Sachs, HSBC, UBS, Citigroup, Franklin Templeton, the London Stock Exchange. Why? Because tokenization solves the biggest problems in traditional finance. 1. Settlement becomes instant. Right now, buying a stock takes T+2 days to settle. 2 days of risk, delays, and paperwork. Tokenized assets can settle in seconds. 2. Lower costs. Banks spend billions every year on clearinghouses, reconciliation, transfer agents, manual processes, compliance paperwork. Blockchain removes most middlemen. Third, global access equals to massive new profits. Imagine billions of people investing with no borders, no stock exchange open times, no minimums, no giant fees. It multiplies market participation. Fourth, transparency. Every token movement is recorded on an immutable ledger. No fraud, no missing shares, no accounting tricks. Fifth, unlocking trillions in frozen assets. There are huge markets currently trapped in illiquidity: real estate, infrastructure, private equity, commodities. Tokenization frees them. This is why analysts predict 16 trillion to 25 trillion in assets may be tokenized by 2030. Section 4. Real examples of tokenization today. This isn't some future fantasy. This is already happening. Right now. 1. Real estate platforms already sell fractionalized ownership of buildings. Buy £50 worth of a luxury apartment. Earn proportional rental income. Sell your tokens anytime. 2. Tokenized gold. Some of the world's most trusted institutions already support Pax Gold, Tether Gold, Perth Mint tokens. Each token represents real, audited gold sitting in a vault. Third, treasury bonds. Franklin Templeton's tokenized money fund holds over $380 million in tokenized U.S. bonds. The U.S. government is already indirectly participating. 4. Fine art. High-end artworks worth £20 million can now be split into thousands of affordable tokens. Imagine owning a small piece of a Picasso painting. 5th, private equity funds. Some VC funds have started issuing tokenized versions of their investment pools, meaning you could get exposure to pre-IPO giants. 6th, commodities and farmland. Even farmland, one of the world's safest inflation hedges, is being tokenized, making it accessible with small amounts of capital. The revolution is already underway. We're just early. Section 5. The dark side. Now, Felix Exposé wouldn't be complete without the hidden truth. Tokenization has a dark side, and it's big. Risk 1. Fake or unaudited tokens. Anyone can create a token. Not everyone can back it with real assets. Many scams will arise. Risk 2. Liquidity traps. Just because something is tokenized does not mean someone wants to buy it from you. Some assets may be impossible to resell. Risk 3. Regulatory chaos. Every country has different rules. Is a token a security, a commodity, a derivative, a digital certificate? Nobody agrees yet. This slows adoption and creates risk. Risk 4. 24/7 markets equals to 24/7 panic. Tokenized assets never close. If something goes wrong at 3 a.m., you can panic sell or be panic bought. Volatility will increase. Risk 5. Custody risks. Lose your keys, your tokens are gone. Unless custodial solutions evolve, this creates danger for beginners. Risk 6. Overhype and bad projects. In the early days of any new technology, 80% is hype. 15% is speculation. 5% becomes world-changing. Tokenization will be no different. Choose wisely. Section 6. Is tokenization good for normal people? Here's the truth. Tokenization could democratize investing, but it could also create new risks for people who don't understand what they're buying. Benefits: lower entry barriers, global access, fractional investing, more transparency, exposure to private markets, dangers, scams, illiquidity, volatility, new regulatory risks, psychological traps. Tokenization is powerful, but it is not a magic wealth machine. It's a tool. And like any tool, it depends on how you use it. Section 7. Could you really own OpenAI or SpaceX soon? Let's answer the big question directly. Could you buy tokenized OpenAI shares? Possibly. OpenAI needs billions of dollars to fund AI chips, data centers, and supercomputers. Tokenizing shares would open the floodgates to global retail investors. What about SpaceX? SpaceX needs trillions long-term for its Mars ambitions. Tokenization could provide funding without going public. Even if they never tokenize, their investors might. Funds holding these companies could issue tokenized versions of their ownership, giving you indirect exposure. So yes, you may soon be able to invest in the world's most valuable private companies, something historically impossible. Section 8. How to prepare. If you want to stay ahead of this financial shift, here's how. Learn the platforms. Study regulated exchanges working with tokenized assets. Start small. Begin with safer tokens like tokenized gold, tokenized bonds, tokenized real estate. Avoid hype. If something promises guaranteed profits, run. Watch regulatory updates. When a major government approves tokenized securities, the entire market will surge. Think long-term. Tokenization is a decade-long megatrend, not a fast profit scheme. Conclusion. We are witnessing a monumental shift, a world where you can invest in OpenAI, own a slice of SpaceX, hold tokenized gold instantly, buy a fraction of a building, trade real-world assets 24/7, access opportunities once reserved for millionaires. Tokenization won't destroy the financial system. It will upgrade it, just like the internet upgraded communication, smartphones upgraded connection. AI is upgrading intelligence. Tokenization will upgrade ownership, and those who learn early, those who position themselves wisely, those who understand the risks and the opportunities, they will benefit the most. This has been Felix. Stay smart, stay curious, and stay ahead of the future. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.